Kao što smo i objavili jučer i kao što sam ja i u nekim svojim komentarima i izjavama rekao prije, ove situacije koje se događaju su zapravo u nogometu normalne jer vječnost ne postoji. S druge strane, klub mora rast i na neki način definitivno mi u ovom trenutku dok vidimo ambiciju da možemo neke stvari još promijeniti što se rezultata tiče, pokušavamo napraviti ono što je najbolje za klub. Naravno da su takve odluke uvijek na meni. Ja kažem da predsjednik donosi malo odluka u toku godine i da su one uvijek teške, da li su one ispravne i dobre za klub pokazat će vrijeme. Ali definitivno u ovom trenutku ono što želim reći je da se zahvaljujem Sergeju Jakiroviću, našem treneru koji je zapravo u ovih nekakvih 616 dana koliko je bio u Gorici postao i dio naše obitelji, koji je sa svojim radom sigurno doprinio u velikom postotku rastu Gorice i stvaranju jedne drugačije Gorice nego što je ona bila u drugoj Hrvatskoj nogometnoj ligi. I definitivno u ovom trenutku sigurno mogu ustvrditi da je njegov doprinos u tom svemu bio velik. Nažalost, dogodila se jedna mala kriza rezultata, ono što kod nas je uvijek zapravo u sportu i normalno. Nakon 5 utakmica i osvojena 3 boda u tih 5 utakmica mi smo smatrali da moramo neke stvari promijeniti. Ne možemo mijenjati predsjednika, ne možemo mijenjati svlačionicu i definitivno u ovom trenutku smatramo da je to najbolji potez za Goricu, a s druge strane isto tako sam uvjeren i da će s obzirom na respekt koji si je trener stvorio kroz vođenje Gorice i rezultate u prvoj ligi i naš bivši trener naći vrlo brzo posao i voditi negdje klub, da li u Hrvatskoj ili u inozemstvu, ali sigurno sam uvjeren da će napraviti veliku karijeru. A s druge strane, mi smo klub koji nikad ne zatvara vrata, rastali smo se prijateljski, razumjeli smo sve međusobne probleme koji postoje i definitivno u ovom trenutku mogu reći da su s jedne i s druge strane vrata otvorena za neka buduća vremena i za neke buduće utakmice.
Dobar dan svima. You know everything what happened in the last days and it was not easy decision because I think we have very good and successful cooperation with Sergey. But it's normal that in the last 10 games, I would say, we won just 2. And for 150 minutes, we cannot score the goal. We still think that this season is not over for us. And we would like it to give some impulse for the team. So like President said, we decided that it's the best solution to try to change some things to the positive way, and it's about responsibility and consequences in the football, these normal things happening. When we met on Sunday with the president, I as well proposed that I can resign if needed, if he thinks this is the best way for the club. But Nenad said that he would like to continue with me, so then it was the decision from Nenad's side and from the club side that we will try to change the coach and to see what does it brings to us. In this situation, I would like as well to thank RFS club from Riga, from Latvia, with their director, which you probably know, Maris Verpakovskis, who play for Hajduk. That I don't know if you know, but 1 month ago, Valdas already working there for 2 years, prolonged the contract for another 2 years. So he still had a valid contract there for 2 years. So they very quick decided that they would not stop him in his career opportunities. And today morning at 6 a.m. he was already in the plane, and now he is here with us. And after this press conference, will lead our first training. In this situation, I had the feeling that the Valdas is the best choice for us because I worked with him before and I know the qualities what he can bring to this club. And in this kind of situation, we don't have much time for adaptation, implementation, some new stuffs. So that's why I choose the person who I know the best, and that I strongly believe that with his experience, with successful titles in different countries, international levels, working with different nationalities and many games, European games in his career as well, he will be the guy who can put us back on track, let's call like this, and back in the game, because we still believe that this season we can fight for the European spot.
Hello everybody once again, and I have to apologize that in your beautiful country I'll speak in English, not in Croatian, because in Croatian I know a few words, but they are not very nice maybe, so better carry on in English, and hopefully will improve my Croatian very soon. Happy to be here. I know the ambitions of the club, I know the sporting director. We worked nearly 3 years together in Žalgiris. We shared some really good history, really won some great trophies, had some great games, and knowing him, knowing the club president, and you know, I don't think anything in this club happens by accident. Not only 1 or 2 games I watched Gorica play even last season, and you know, it was the team with the style, with some fighting attributes, and players, some players with great potential that maybe somebody somewhere foreseen them, but in this club they revived and they were playing really good, you know. But even the top teams have some bad moments during the season, and unfortunately that moment came here. But I think those players, they know how to play football, and maybe some kind of impulse, as Mindaugas said, is needed, and what we're gonna do, we really try to help them to back on track, and what we want, the targets for the season never change, and as I said to the players already in the first meeting that we had, all what they want, I want a team that never loses. It's like, maybe you can say only Liverpool can do that, but I'm not talking about that score on the board, but I'm talking about, you know, like team can lose, but on the board, but they cannot lose, they just can run out of time. So that's type of teams, you know, like even sometimes things not going well, but in long distance they came out as the winners. And I'm really, from what I seen before, this team beat some top teams in Croatia, like Rijeka, like Hajduk Split, and they have great potential, and I think we can be back on track and repeat that. Yes, in some ways surprised, in some ways no, because you know we have, as I said, with Mindaugas really great relationship. We worked shoulder to shoulder for 3 years in Žalgiris Vilnius, and I think that relationship was very productive, effective, and really close. And of course, when you leave, when you part ways, you know, when you have such a great relationship, you believe that one day in future in football you will come together again, and this day happened, you know. And if we talk about the greatest achievement, I think I'm proud about the whole of my career, because I never been a professional football player as I wanted to be, and I chose this path. I studied really hard, I worked really hard. I started with from very bottom, from amateur level, working with children, and move up all the way, you know, like in England through the academy football, then to semi-pro football, then when I started to professional football coaching in Lithuania, again, you know, like working with youth and doing all the job up to the top. And Mindaugas, one of those guys who gave me the chance in Žalgiris, and I think that that work we can carry on here as well. I think I'm quite flexible, tactically coach. Tactics is one of my really great interests, but not only that, I think first of all in players I would like to see their personalities. I want to see their mental side, because without that in football is impossible to achieve anything. If you're asking me about the tactical style and how we're gonna play, I think one of the key words for me is a balance. understanding, like what my players can do, what they can achieve, and what kind of football they can play. But I like, all of my teams in the past. I was really fortunate to work for the clubs that every year were fighting for the titles, for cups, for the championship, and I was really fortunate in that my teams could try to dominate the game in every game, and we'll see. But I think I'm the coach who really adaptable. But first of all, I need to understand my players better, especially, as I say, the mental side. I think I watched enough games of Gorica to know most of the players. Of course, there are some new players who came this transfer window. Maybe I didn't see them that well, but those players who started the season, I think I can recognize everyone by face. I know their names, and I know their positions. I know who's doing what, and I think that adaptation process can be really squeezed and to be as short as possible. Well, I think, you don't need to be introduced by Maris about Croatian football. It's worldwide known, in Croatia, top country in the football, and the Lithuania national team played not once against Croatian at the national team. Of course, we know the top players. Even I worked in my first club in professional football was non-existent, Ekranas Panevėžys at the moment, but I remember the games against Dinamo Zagreb in Champions League qualifiers some years ago, and when that time Luka Modric and Eduardo Silva played in those games. So Croatian football, I think, don't need to be introduced. It talks for themselves. I know that league is very tough. I remember when Mindaugas was sporting director at Žalgiris Vilnius, those games against Dinamo Zagreb in Champions League qualifiers as well, so the impact is there, and the impact is really sound, I think, worldwide. When you get ready, but unfortunately, first time, so to try to organize, to help yourself, take your time.